Imagine a place where history lives in the walls and blue domes shimmer under the sun. This is Uzbekistan, the heart of the ancient Silk Road. For centuries, merchants and dreamers crossed these lands, trading silks, spices, and ideas between East and West. Many think such a legendary journey must be expensive, but what if you could experience it all with just $100? My challenge: explore Uzbekistan's iconic Silk Road cities on a shoestring, seeking connection over luxury. This journey is proof that adventure isn't about money. It's about curiosity and an open heart. The Silk Road still calls to travelers, inviting us to step into the unknown. I set out with a backpack, a camera, and a tight budget, following in the footsteps of explorers past. Together, we'll discover how to stretch every dollar, savor local food, and dive into Uzbek culture. This isn't just a travel guide. It's a story of human connection and the beauty of simple experiences. Pack your sense of wonder. The adventure begins now. My journey began in Tashkent, Uzbekistan's vibrant capital, a city where Soviet-era boulevards meet bustling bazaars and modern glass towers. With a limited budget, I relied on Tashkent's stunning, affordable metro. Each station a work of art, and rides just cents. Free adventures abound. I wandered the old city's winding streets and visited the Cuisine complex, soaking in centuries of history. Even without paying entry fees, the city's spirit is everywhere, in the architecture, the people, and the world's oldest Quran. For food, I skipped restaurants and headed to Chorsu Bazaar, where a dollar buys fresh samsas, and the air is thick with spices. Eating at the bazaar wasn't just cheap, it was a window into daily Uzbek life. By using public transport, exploring free sites, and eating local, I spent just a few dollars and felt the warmth of Tashkent's people. Smiles and helpful gestures bridged any language gap. Tashkent proved that big experiences don't require a big budget. It was the perfect gateway to my Silk Road adventure. The city's energy and hospitality set the tone for the journey ahead. With just a few dollars spent, I was already rich in memories. Next stop: Samarkand, a city of legend reached by an overnight train, saving both money and a night's lodging. Waking up to the Uzbek countryside, I arrived in a place where blue-tiled mosques and grand madrasas dazzle at every turn. Registan Square, the city's heart, is breathtaking, even from a nearby tea house, where a cheap pot of tea buys hours of wonder. At sunset, the square glows, and the magic is free for all to see. I explored the Shah-e Zinda necropolis and Bibi Khanim Mosque, often finding ways to admire their beauty without paying full entry. These sites are stories in stone, reminders of Samarkand's grandeur. For meals, I found local plov far from tourist crowds. Delicious, filling, and affordable. Wandering the old city's alleys, I discovered hidden courtyards and friendly faces. Samarkand proved that even on a tight budget, you can stand in the presence of greatness. Every sunset painted the sky with the colors of ancient tiles. The city's history and beauty are accessible to all who seek them. Here, I felt like the richest traveler in the world. Bukhara, my next stop, is a city of intimate charm, a living museum where time seems to stand still. I arrived by shared taxi, splitting costs and sharing stories with locals along the way. The old city is a maze of sandy alleys, ancient mosques and market domes, most of it free to explore. My favorite activity: getting lost and stumbling upon hidden madrasas and quiet courtyards. The Poi Kalyan complex with its towering minaret is awe-inspiring. Sitting in the square at sunset costs nothing but leaves a lasting impression. Around Liabi House, I enjoyed cheap ice cream and watched locals play chess by the pond. Uzbek hospitality shone brightest here. A family invited me in for tea, sharing bread and smiles despite the language barrier. These moments of kindness were the true treasures of Bukhara. The city's slow pace and welcoming spirit made every day memorable. Bukhara is proof that the Silk Road's heart still beats in its people. Here, history and humanity blend in every alleyway. My journey deepened, not just in sights, but in genuine connection. My final Silk Road city was Khiva, a remote desert fortress reached by shared taxi across the vast Kizilkum Desert. The walled old town, Ichan Kala, feels frozen in time. Narrow lanes, turquoise minarets, and sand-colored walls rising from the desert. Early mornings or late evenings let me wander the magical streets for free before ticket sellers arrived. I watched sunrise over the city walls, the ancient buildings glowing gold in the quiet. For a small fee, I climbed a minaret for a panoramic view, a miniature city of sand and jewels below. Even with my budget running low, I found a family-run cafe just outside the walls, where a cheap meal of shivit oshi came with stories and smiles. Khiva's beauty and tranquility were the perfect end to my journey. The city stands as a testament to human resilience in the face of the desert. Here, history is alive, and every corner holds a secret. Khiva reminded me that adventure thrives where the world feels most remote. More than the architecture or history, it was the warmth of the Uzbek people that defined my journey. Hospitality here is a way of life. Guests are blessings, and kindness is freely given. In markets, vendors offered fruit just to welcome me. On trains and taxis, snacks and stories were shared with laughter and gestures. These small interactions were the hidden gems of my trip, revealing the true soul of the Silk Road. My most cherished memory, being invited for tea and bread by a family in a village outside Bukhara, sharing smiles beneath grapevines. These moments cost nothing but meant everything. I learned that the greatest part of travel is not what you see, but who you meet. The grand monuments were stunning, but it was human connection that made my adventure unforgettable. Uzbekistan welcomes you with open arms, no matter your budget. The real treasure is the kindness you find along the way. As my journey ended and my $100 ran out, I was richer in memories than I ever imagined. I'd walked through legendary cities, tasted incredible food, and, most importantly, connected with people whose generosity changed me. This adventure proved you don't need much money, just curiosity and an open mind. Uzbekistan rewards those who seek its stories, offering history, beauty, and hospitality to all. My story is just one among many. I hope it inspires you to dream of distant places and new adventures. The Silk Road is waiting, its blue domes, lively markets, and welcoming people ready to share a cup of tea. This journey will change how you see the world and yourself. Take the first step. Your own Silk Road story is out there. Thank you for joining me on this adventure. Let's keep exploring this amazing world together.